Peace. This is Jamal Robinson with 720astrology.com. I want to talk briefly about the upcoming Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that will perfect this evening. And today is Friday, April 19th, 2024. At the time of me recording this, it's 3:01 Central Time. So this evening, I can't remember the exact time, maybe around 9 or 10 o'clock, Jupiter and Uranus will conjoin in the sky at 21 degrees of Taurus. And I just wanted to touch on this to try to give some context. Now, we know the basics, that Uranus can be surprises. Uranus can be enlightenment. It can also be something sudden happening that is a calamity, that causes a calamity. Now, a lot of other things, but those are some of the basics. Jupiter expands things. Jupiter is the planet of luck in some regards, the planet of abundance. It swells. So let's deal with the potential negative. It could be something blows out of proportion suddenly. And on the world stage, we've seen things like that seem to be leading up to that type of volcanic, explosive type of energy. On a positive note, it could be where there is a sudden windfall. It could be where a doorway opens, and the windfall might not necessarily show up immediately. It could be that the energy necessary to create this windfall, like it suddenly there's a burst of that energy, as in a door opens, and although the opening of the door may be subtle, as in we may not really just feel this great overwhelming energy, that door opening could represent a windfall that is to come. Why? Because both of them are in the most fixed energy, I believe, of the zodiac, which is Taurus. Now, there are 4 fixed signs, but I think Taurus is the most fixed of the fixed signs because of the element it's associated with. Taurus sets the standard for all fixed signs because it's Earth, and Earth represents solidity. So you got Jupiter in Taurus, a very solid, fixed energy, and Uranus, which Uranus does not like to be in Taurus, because Uranus likes for things to change. It likes instability. So it tends to act up when it's in Taurus. So we got those aspects to consider. But I want to go here with it. Beyond just the resources, well, we know Taurus is resources, things we value. So there could be big shifts in that, as far as, so we know all that. But Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. And Aquarius is associated with astrology. It's considered to be the sign that rules over astrology in many schools of thought. Well, given that Uranus is the modern ruler, Saturn the traditional, and Uranus is conjoining Jupiter. And let's think about what Jupiter does in Taurus. Taurus is fixed energy. Jupiter is abundance and luck and expansion, but Jupiter is also philosophy. Jupiter is higher learning. So Jupiter in Taurus has an affinity for things that have been established, for truths that have been established, philosophy that is well grounded and rooted. Jupiter is voluminous in its approach to finding these things. How do I know I got Jupiter in Taurus? And this Jupiter at 21 is actually my Jupiter return. Jupiter's at 21 of Taurus in my chart. And when I'm at home, that's why I have all those books behind me. Not because I rely on them for information, it's because I respect the institution of established knowledge that is built upon. That's Jupiter in Taurus. So what you might experience, especially for those of you who are professional or practicing astrologers, student, novice, whatever level, you may experience an expanded perspective in your astrological studies and or practice. Like there might be a door opening of enlightenment. There might be an aha moment, like, you know what? I've been seeing this, but I never looked at it that way. It can be where you suddenly, your perspective becomes more, you have a more granite, solid perspective around your astrological studies. We're already seeing that in the world, astrology is becoming in vogue. It's having its renaissance, its revolution. And we may see this renaissance go to a completely new level where people in paths of life that may have normally scoffed at astrology, more and more we may see it become more mainstream. When we had the past eclipse, I had a radio station in Ohio that had me on their station to talk about the eclipse and how it might affect the 12 signs. And you could tell that the people, the hosts, they didn't bring me on to try to make light of astrology, because I was concerned, like, are they going to try to, is this a setup where they're going to try to get on, like, is this stuff really real? Like, they were inquisitive. They said, well, we read an article in People on the internet from People magazine, and we just wanted to have astrologers to come on and talk about, could this happen, or what can we expect? And so there's a hunger and a thirst developing, and people are more inquisitive about astrology. So if you're studying, you may have this burst. And for you practicing astrologers, because there are so many great astrologers out there. And this also goes for people who are tarot practitioners. I don't know if that's correct, but tarot readers. Because tarot incorporates a lot of astrology into it. So this affects you all too. And other people who deal with the world of spirit and metaphysics, because a lot of people incorporate to some degree astrology into their workings. When you're going to do a ritual, whether it's just, even if it's just based on the moon, that's astrology. When to deliver certain messages, when to start certain programs. If you're looking at astrology, I mean, it touches on so many other disciplines and aspects of life. So I just wanted to add that as some things that we may see with this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Jamal Robinson, 720astrology.com. Know the stars to know yourself. Peace.